We're here. I'm recording this one from the inside. Before we go any further, we're talking today about Uranus conjunct Taurus, the North Node in Taurus. Venus is now in Taurus. The Moon is in Taurus. What a switch up, okay? We just had such a tremendous amount of burst of energy in the last 3 days or so when it came down to Mars now being in Aries, all right? Venus just left Aries, okay? Jupiter is still there in Aries, all right? But now we have a lot of energy that is matching and balancing out the impulsivity and the fiery burst of energy of Taurus. We're matching that energy now with Taurus. And this is what's magical, because Aries, with all the energy alone, especially if you're not a fire sign or a wind sign, or you're not used to having such an explosive amount of like boom, 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 boom. Now that Venus is in Taurus, matching up, the Moon is in Taurus, matching up. The Moon is a bit about to really go conjunct Uranus later in the day, but right now I believe it's conjuncting not Mercury. Who? There's another planet in Taurus. The Moon, is it Mercury? No. Is it Venus? No. I know it's gonna, I gotta do a quick check. While I check this real quick, definitely if you're haven't yet already, hit the thumbs up. Today we're about to go ham. I took a day off yesterday just to rest, just to F this message up. And so that's what I'm going to do. Hey, what's up, Laura B? How you doing, my girl? So the Moon has already went over 0 degrees Venus. Now, Venus just happened probably sometime during our sleep. But it is currently, at this exact moment, it is conjunct Uranus. And this is where my warning has to come out for each of you, okay? Myself included. I say my warning for a specific reason. Why? Because you're gonna have to need to, right now, hold on to your bridges. You can hold on to your bridges. It's time to run, baby. It's time to run, baby. Okay? All right? But not really, okay? The run looks like right now, preparing for your resources to actually break and shatter. So, you know, I'm gonna call this out of what it is. There's been some energies that has not been really enjoying some of my own personal happiness, some of my own, the fact and the ways that I am entirely stable within my self-esteem. I used to allow people, this is Taurus energy, check me. I used to allow people to play the hell out of me. And at some point, within the last like 2 years or so, really, I made big shifts, big changes around my self-esteem, and it became less and less dependent on the security that others can provide to me. Why? Because Saturn in Aquarius has really been helping me to make sure that I get my own personal systems. This is what listen, hopes and dreams are in the making right now. Now, Uranus and Taurus, well, this is a resource. I'm literally showing you this as I ask you to hit those thumbs up. I got 6 people in here. Help your boy out and throw those 6 thumbs up. This is a resource, okay? I literally use this in my shamanic work. I use this to help people go through exorcisms of energy that is trapped and stuck on their heart, that's trapped and stuck on their spirit. This is one of my tools. It's one of my Taurian-like resources. Now, this breaking right before the live, I'm talking 4 or 5 seconds right before the live, it is one more indication of when I was burning some sage earlier and I seen the black smoke. Excuse me, the black smoke was why I felt a certain sense of dirtiness, right? I felt like I needed to take a shower recently, even though I just took a shower. And it was like, there's a certain amount of energy that needed to wash off of the body, okay? The Moon now being our private life and our emotional world, the Moon is officially revealing to us, as you guys take a minute to vote over in the corner of the chat about if you're excited about Venus in Taurus energy, which is home, okay, is dignified in this space. So I gotta explain to you a little bit about what this means today. People that's feeling more and more stable, okay, thank God for the Taurus energy. Take your moment to vote real quick. And what I wanna say is understand that because the Moon is now officially illuminated in Taurus, all aspects in Taurus of your chart will illuminate. Now, for me, this looks like 7th house. My Taurus is in the 7th house. I am a Scorpio rising. Okay, 1st house Scorpio. That now means that my 7th house is Taurus. Okay, so in my partnerships, in my relationships, this is also relationships with clientele. It's all about the slow, stable build, not trying to rush, not trying to respond to people sooner than I'm personally prepared, not trying to reply at a rate that makes my nervous system shake or feel unstable. These are things where if I try to apply 7th house in Taurus, my north node is bringing me what? All of my darker narratives and secrets that I used to keep, the parts of my life that I maintain private, the parts of myself that I maintain private. Okay, I'll see you, Laura. I'm gonna comment on that. Thank you guys for those thumbs up as well. I'm gonna comment on that Taurus rising, because you're Taurus rising, I'm Scorpio rising. So I'm gonna try to, because you're here live with me, I'm gonna go ahead and try to help you understand what that might mean for you. All right, because the moon is officially in its exaltation. Okay, mind you, and the moon is in exaltation in Taurus. And not only that, but we have Venus that just went there pretty much overnight. Pretty much like when you woke up in Taurus. I've been trying to tell people a couple days ago, I was like, yo, get your energy out, exhausted. When all of Mars in Aries was with the moon in Aries, with the Jupiter in Aries, and the 29th degree of Venus in Aries. Now you felt exhausted, okay? Great. Where if you took your rest, you might feel a little more energetic today, but you're not fully ready to go full speed, okay? Why? Mercury is still in retrograde, slowing down the mind, making sure that we are pretty much intact, in tune. Planet bothers the hell out of me. All right, we're gonna close that. I'm gonna close that one here. Mercury isn't officially in Taurus, but it's in retrograde, so we're taking the longer spans of time to create the method to the madness, okay? I say madness because Taurus is a feminine energy, right? So there's a certain madness to each and every feminine energy. Now, I'm not talking crazy. I'm talking madness in the sense of the divine intelligence of the destructive energy of feminine energy. You feel me? So it's like it will create obstacles to get in the path, to get in the way, where it needs to navigate, okay, or circumnavigate in a way that for Taurus specifically brings it more stability. Another Taurus rising, Michael Williams, what's up? So I'm going to give a special report for my Taurus risings out there, because this is your transit. This is your time to reveal what about you yourself. For my Taurus risings out here, what about you yourself has been shaken up, okay? I'm going to check my chart again so I can give you even more specific. What a part of your chart has been shaken up, where now you understand what you need for your base level of support and security, especially at an emotional level. All right. So the question now is, on an emotional level for my Taurus rising, for you yourself, which is the first house for yourself, what brings your nervous system to a place of anxiety, to a place of somatic symptoms? All right. Things that bring you anxiety, things that make you anxious, do not ignore this. This is a signal, okay, of being able to see into more private aspects, private layers of yourself as your own personal identity. For me, 7th house, it's like that same statement, but in how I relate with others. So I had this come up where I had to have a conversation with somebody. As I asked you guys to hit this thumbs up, 7 people on here, hit 7 thumbs up. As I bring it to like 7th house relations, I had to have a conversation with significant people in my life, and I said, you bring anxiety to my body in every single way. The body is Taurus. My body just feels anxious. I don't want you involved in anything that I do. I do not want you around. Now, what's beautiful about Taurus Moon is you know what you want and you know what you need. And you're not afraid to get what you have. Because what you have is stability. What you have is security. What you have is a flat, stable surface. So each part of Uranus and Taurus now conjunct sooner later in the day. Where's it going to conjunct? Uranus is at 16. No, it's crap. It's right now 16 degrees. So this is where if you have been worried about your home, literally like where will you live, if you've been worried about certain family dynamics, okay, if you've been worried about making sure that you're taking the space to recognize what you have for a base level of emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence for me in this moment is defined by, I have my own energetic auric field and I have a bubble. Okay, let's say right now this bubble is white. Okay, great. I'm healing, I'm protected, I have this white orb around me. Now, when someone comes across from me, let's say specifically somebody you're in a partnership with, because Taurus is second house, is second, number 2 is partnership, is connection type energy. So let's say that, thank you for those thumbs up. Let's say that your partner now comes in your space and they have a complaint, okay? They have a concern, they have a worry, they have a little bit of anxiety that they would like to bring up, because Uranus and Taurus conjunct the moon will shake up our emotions in a way that's going to try to reveal what makes me anxious, what makes me feel unsafe, what makes my nervous system get a shock where I'm now really not comfortable. Okay, especially in partnership dynamics, especially around matters of your money and your finances. If you're potentially working a job, but the job, every day you get ready, you're not even at the job yet, you get so much anxiety and it just rises up to your throat and you just feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna burst, I'm gonna scream at somebody, I need to get this expression, I need this to get out. But maybe you don't. Uranus and Taurus will say, we're going to shake this stable surface, which wasn't stable. But we're going to shake it. We're going to make you uncomfortable. Okay? We're going to emotionally disrupt you, potentially bring you more anxiety so that you can really essentially accelerate, because Uranus is a radical accelerator, okay? Like lightning speed. It will accelerate what makes you uncomfortable, and it'll force what? Scorpio, South Node in Scorpio, it'll force what traumatic event or injury or incident has really created this sense of anxiety in you in the first place. It'll force these things you've kept private in ways that you did not express. Taurus is the throat chakra. And also we have to talk about the sacral and sexual energy. We have to talk about that as well. Why? Because, and I'm gonna drop a beautiful chat that I had with Ilycia about sacred sexuality, because Mars is currently still in Aries, okay? And this is important. This is very raw energy. What's up, Kaisha? What's up, Secret? How you doing? I literally said the same exact thing to 2 people. Dope, 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 dope. So what we need to, and I thank you guys for those likes and those thumbs up. Sacred sexuality talk, this was a great talk, and it was now me as a masculine figure with a feminine figure. So check the live chat and the replay if you're watching this on replay, and I dropped that link in case you're interested. So my point now is, anything that brings you a sense of anxiety, lean into it and understand that you already have possessed the sense of self-worth and self-esteem that has been cultivated, okay? And I say cultivated over time. This is earth energy. This is earth energy. Let's see where Pluto is at versus, okay, Pluto is at the 28th degree, all right? I got some heat for y'all today. Today we're about to get ugly. Today I took my rest day yesterday. I had my phone off since yesterday. No, 2 days ago. I had my phone off since 2 days ago at like 6 p.m. Wow, I'm feeling fresh. Now, Taurus has the self-worth and the sensitivity to understand the energies, to realize, yo, if I don't take this rest, if I don't recharge with the amount of energy that I'm outputting, especially with who? Mars, dignified in Aries, Mars in Aries, ooh, Jupiter in Aries, ooh, blast off ascension energy, accelerated ascension. I got a card I want to pull from y'all. I want to pull from the dragons today. All right. I'm going to really pull on this to see who's going to guide us, which dragon is walking with you, and who's going to guide us. I actually already shuffled this, which is really cool. I'm going to do a little extra. Who's going to guide us as we embrace these sensitivities? Because Taurus is a highly sensitive sign. You will begin to taste, smell, feel, touch things with all new levels, all new capacities of sensitivity. Okay, I have one right here. Look at this. I felt it. Pink rose dragon. All right. I'm going to express to you what this means in one moment. I'm going to express it. I want you to just take a moment to just look and view the card. All right. I've been really loving working with the dragons. Pink rose dragon. It's my first time pulling this particular card. So I'm going to give you a moment to just dissect and share in the chat. Take a moment, like, of everything that I said so far, if you've been listening, what does this pink rose dragon make you feel? Or what emotions rise within you as you see this dragon? What sensitive parts of your spiritual knowing triggers a response, if you can take a moment to share that response in the chat about this particular dragon, I'm going to help back you with what the actual meaning of it is, okay? But this has been the dragon that's been called to walk with us. Now that Venus is in Taurus, this is a game changer. This is very different energy. It's not so primitive. We're not going to value the primitive response and the impulsive moment to go ahead and attack our enemies, right? Taurus will sit there and wait. It'll outwait its enemy. Venus in Taurus, Taurus will outwait the opposition, okay? Understand that it's the feminine energy of Venus. Libra is the masculine energy of Venus, okay? So if Libra, 7th house, is open enemies, people that you can see as an enemy, okay? People that you can see as the opposition. We have Mars in Aries. Don't F around. Do not F around. Do not think that people are not on full silent attack, okay? Slow, waiting attacks. I told somebody this morning, this is the type of energy where do not talk to your girlfriends about how amazing your boyfriend or your boo thing or your husband, even worse, right? Don't talk about how amazing the BD energy is, okay? The big dick energy is. Don't talk to your girlfriends about the big dick energy. And this goes for guys too. Don't talk to your boys about how amazing the girl was in your sexual endeavors. Don't. Why? Because Mars is in Aries, but also Venus is in Taurus. So it's like these are very sensual, lower level energies that not everybody is prepared for. You feel me? So in these moments, you have to understand the downsides of Taurus type energy is greed. Now, as well, hedonism. So it can be greedy with its pleasures. You understand what I'm saying? So it can sit there and it can, like Earth, sit and wait for you to have a moment with your partner, 2nd house Taurus, a moment with your partner to basically mess up. Somebody, they're going to put these thoughts in your mind. They're going to put these feelings within you. They're going to be like, yeah, you know, you're talking about how amazing your boyfriend or your girlfriend is. And, you know, people were like, your girlfriend, your best friend, literally your best friend's going to be like, oh yeah, wow. So while they're sitting there like, yo, good for you, I'm happy for you. And then meanwhile, they're thinking, I really want somebody of that same stature, okay? I'm going to use women for example, because I know a live example that I'm speaking about in my head. You're gonna have the women, let's say, the women will have a moment where they're talking to their girlfriends about you know, how big the BDE energy, the big dick energy is. And when I say big, I'm not talking about just the sexual pleasure, but also like, let's say he's on his grind. Let's say he's in season and he's being progressive and he's building a family empire and he's getting ready to prep the home for you guys and he has the finances. He's really the divine masculine figure that you've been waiting for, right? But you don't have him. Your friend does. So while you're sitting there, think of Taurus energy. Taurus is greedy and it's hedonistic. So while your friend is sitting there like, yeah, awesome, amazing. In the background, they're also slowly planting seeds. Why? Because Taurus, ground level, not Virgo, not Capricorn. Capricorn's the height. Virgo is the harvest. That's where you do the actual work. Taurus is the ground level. It's where you plant the seeds, okay? Aries energy is the seed. Aries literally is the seed. It's ramming its head through the womb, right? So this is the seed that it's planting into life. And it has that tongue. Aries is the tongue if you look at the symbol. So it has that light. And I'm going to check your comments in a moment as I ask you guys to like and thumb this up. I'm trying to get this. There's something coming out because I pulled the angel card Uriel yesterday, and I'm telling you there's imminent danger. There is imminent danger. There is such an invisible energy right now that is attacking you. And if your guys weren't so readily available, you would have died by now. I'm telling you that with all sincerity. I'm telling you that because, again, we talked about it. This is the 144,000 that will survive into the new world. You feel me? This is the 144,000 that will survive into the new world. You feel me? It's the 144,000. It's like Uriel has come to me, clear as day, Archangel Uriel, and Uriel was like, yo, disaster is afoot. Disaster is afoot. Is the angel of the north. Now, I say angel of the north where I'm currently in Mexico City. When I looked at on the map directly north, and I'm going to show you briefly, right? I looked directly north. And What was directly north above Mexico City? This is the disaster. We have to understand Mars is in Aries. This is cutting type energy. This is God of War energy. This is energy that is not here to F around. It is not only one, destroying the opposition, who you don't even fully understand is there. You don't even understand how much work your guys, your angels, your dragons are doing right now. You have no idea. I'm telling you, I'm watching some of these battles, and it's literally on the complete astro, physical, spiritual plane. But some of these, I'm catching them more and more and more, and I'm watching how the opposition is getting sneakier and sneakier and sneakier. I kid you not. Okay, and we have to be mindful that there's a certain tactic behind when the moon is now here. It's the feminine energy of 7th house, Taurus. So Venus and Taurus, the open enemies is the 7th house, right? So back in the 2nd house, these are enemies that aren't necessarily fully enemies yet, right? They're just looking to get on the ground, stable level. They see the stability that you have, and they will try to latch on to this stable bridge. You feel me? Because, like I said, you have the 144 that will make it to this side. Everybody else will die at a certain point, okay? Everybody will die. Besides 144,000 people, there's 8 million on the planet. Everybody will die. That's 8 million that's going to get wiped out. That's like 7.5 million that's going to get wiped out. Okay, so the opposition that knows they can't make it there on their own accord because they're just not doing the work. On some real talk, they're not doing the shadow work. On some real talk, they're not addressing uncomfortable moments. On some real talk, when they get that anxiety that Uranus and Taurus is doing to shake up their self-worth or stability to see, are you going to be the one worthy enough to make it? Are you willing to create the plan and the method to the madness that's already afoot? And they're going to be like, nah, I'm not really going to do that. But I know Pernell, and Pernell has this stable surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hop on his bridge. This is 2nd house. This is Taurus now. Moon and Taurus. We're revealing the private sector of who's willing to hop on your stable ground, because they know that they're not going to do the work themselves. And you got to stop carrying these people. You have to stop carrying these people. Why? Because Taurus is an individual energy. Taurus is only concerned with itself, about what it has as a possession. So it's so stable that it does not need a partner. It does not need a lover. It wants a lover. It desires a lover. Opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. Scorpio is I desire. Okay? And Taurus is I have. So the shadow aspect of Taurus having what it wants is because it desired it. It secretly desired that boyfriend of yours. It secretly desired to connect with your boss just because, you know, your boss was going to be the financial bridge, whatever. It desired that secretly, okay, metaphysically. So it then physically attracted that. Taurus is I have. You feel me? Did that make any sense? So right now we have the moon in Taurus. Venus in Taurus just happened today. I saw the whale for stability. Thank you. Thank you, Fatima. It's just really one more confirmation that get your plan of action in order, okay? The tension you've been feeling, where it's been heightening, is because Saturn is in Aquarius. So Saturn is forcing us to get very serious. Excuse me, confirmation. Saturn is forcing us to get very, very serious. Saturn is forcing us to have the structures and the system so that our hopes and our dreams, 11th house, this is Taurus 11th house. I checked today for Mexico City at this exact time while the moon is conjunct. While the moon is conjunct Uranus. So what am I saying? It's in the 11th house. This is saying I have my hopes and my dreams. Did you just understand what I just said? I have my hopes and my dreams. I have. Taurus says I have my hopes and my dreams. 11th house is where it's at right now, transiting the sky. But, this is a but, it's a big but. You have to understand this next part. In order to actually maintain what you have, as for how you see with your physical eyes, because Taurus is the physical eyes, you physically see, you physically value what you see, because now Venus in Taurus, you physically, tangibly, I can touch this, right? It's not Scorpio. Scorpio stuff is just the South Node that's getting ripped out. Those privacies, those secrets, those traumas, those pains, they're being pulled out so that we can officially transmute it, officially, into things that we have. Okay? Pulling it from the roots up, pulling it from the sewage, the dirty waters of our emotions, the dirty, mucky emotions. It's revealing these things. They're shaking the ground so that this earth can split open, so that we can get more connected to source. But how? By revealing the things that actually are traumatic enough, that were a story running in our mind long enough, that we can actually begin to stabilize, not by digging deep again and going deeper, Scorpio, into the madness, into the darkness, okay, into the city of hidden gems. This is the Mani Pura, solar plexus chakra. Not so that we can go deep to get that gem again. Understand that Taurus is here and all its planets on Taurus. We already have the gem. We already have the light. We already possess it. Now, what you have to be watchful for is those who may not have done that work. And this is back from like bare minimum 2020. If you haven't been doing your stuff from 2020, you're more likely on that side where you're trying to play catch up and you realize you can't catch up. You feel like, why I can't, why are these people just starting to accelerate beyond and above me? You know, why do these people have things that I want that I don't have? And it's because they only desired it, but they didn't create the systems that were required. Saturn Aquarius, that were required. Saturn is a requirement type energy, okay? It does not care. It's very serious. It's Big Daddy Saturn. It's big dick energy. It's like you're a part of the big dick club or you're not. You're a part of the club or you're not. You either got on board or you didn't. If you did, your hopes and your dreams are literally being activated at this exact moment that I speak of. And your friends, your communities, your networks, your social societies are the reasons that your hopes and your dreams are being given to you now. But it's only being given because you're being rewarded for what you were stable and methodically worked towards in a slow fashion. Where now we have this contrasting energy. As I ask all 12 people on here to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, I'm gonna ask all 12 people to actually hit that thumbs up. And I'm going to say thank you. What this officially looks like is your sense of stability, self-esteem, self-worth, and your money is going to be more stable than it's ever been. You're going to have so much more confidence. And nope, I just have the money. Nope, I just have the resources. So when something like this morning, I'm telling you, dark energy knows how. I'm telling you, I've been saying this in other videos. Negative forces that are in opposition to you, they do not like sound. They don't like sound. And I use this to help bring out evil spirits from my space, my energetic environment, but also when I'm working on other people and doing different forms of Reiki, okay? Reiki is just apparently the terminology nowadays. Whatever, in this particular lifetime, whatever. I'm getting on board with it. I'm gonna start saying Reiki. So it's like, this is sound, demons, dark forces, entities that latch onto you, that want to latch onto the stability of your bridge, okay? Don't let them. But here's how you don't let them. You have to have the self-esteem to understand your emotions separate from the next. Your resources, the money that you have, separate from the next. If you're married out here, you need to know, this is my home. If you paid for it, and you know you paid for it, you have to state this. You cannot leave people in the limbo by not speaking. Taurus is the throat chakra. What's up, Samir? You can't not say it out loud. No, these are my cards. Sure, if your partner, because Taurus is second energy, right? If your partner, and thank you guys for engaging in the chat. Check the live chat if you're on the replay watching this. It's about to get real busy. Take a moment to vote. Take a moment to thumbs up. If this is my resource, let's say that I have a partner and I share this with my partner, and I'll let my partner use my cards and whatever. But we have to also make it clear without being an asshole. Okay, you don't got to be an asshole, but you have to make it clear. These are my cards. This is what I have. This is what I possess. Why? Because it'll be that moment when you guys split. When you guys, when these forces, if you will, are revealed and you now split. This is the moment that they're gonna be like, well, this is mine. This is half of mine. Half is mine. It's like, you didn't put this work in. You didn't put your money down for this. You didn't study the book. You don't know what these cards mean. I'm just using it as an example, right? Because this gets bigger, right? Now let's say we're talking, this is just $30 or something, right? But now let's say we're talking about, you got a crypto investment worth $2 million. Oh crap. So now you get the divorce, what happens? Oh, that's $1 million, that's $1 million of that is mine. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. You didn't put down that $100,000 seed money. You didn't put that $100,000 seed money in. This is not half of yours. This $1,000 seed money was my seed money. You have to state this and communicate this out loud. Because if you do not, I promise you, this is what's happening. People are latching onto your stability. They're latching onto your bridge. As I ask 16 people to go ahead and hit this thumbs up. And I say thank you tremendously for helping this video. And it's no different than when this shaker and this maraca breaks, it was my possession that broke. Somebody else doesn't owe me. I don't have to, nobody owes me to go pay and buy a new shaker. You feel me? So it's the same. And this is why you have to get real serious. You have to actually communicate what is yours. Taurus is the home. Taurus is agriculture. Taurus is food. Taurus is money. Taurus is what we value. As for the resources that we collect because we value them. You feel me? All right. Let me take a moment to check the chat. I'm going to read this dragon card as I do. The Rose Pink Dragon says, okay. And I see your interpretation. I think Laura had one. So I'm going to get back to your interpretation and see what you actually said. All right. The Rose Pink Dragon. Maybe I can do this. No, that's just too hard. The Rose Pink Dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Ooh. The Rose Pink Dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Okay. Okay. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. So I'm guessing that this might be a fifth dimensional dragon. We're going to figure that out right now. And after I do that, I'm going to come ahead and I'm guessing that this is a fifth dimension. That's my guess because of the way. Okay. Rose. Oh no, maybe it's seven. Rose pink. Yep, it's a seventh dimension. This is not even fourth dimension. This is not third dimension. This is not fifth. There is no sixth, from what I understand. It just goes from the fifth to the seventh dimension. Okay, and it goes from the seventh dimension to the ninth dimension. All right, there's no eighth dimension. There are eighth dimension workers, but that dragons don't go to that dimension. Dragons don't go to the sixth and the eighth. But that's a different story. Okay, so let me go to this card. Rose Pink Dragon, page 80. All right, number 8 right there already. Transformation. The opposite of 2 is what? 8. Scorpio South Node is the 8 energy. 7D, 7th dimension. Bang, bang, bang. You know, you notice the talk that we have right now. We're having different talks. We're not talking 5D. We're not talking 5D. Understand that Taurus and Uranus and Taurus, as the moon conjuncts there right now, we're now revealing what? That our bodies are not prepared to, I almost want to say, at the level that our bodies are actually at right now, based off of the foods that we eat, Taurus's foods. Oh, my stomach, my gut is having a weird reaction as I say this. Oh, geez. Okay, this is a confirmation. This is confirmation, next message that's coming through. Okay. I'm telling you, Archangel Uriel told me to come in here and warn the people. So here's one of my warnings right now. Okay, if you are still eating artificial foods that have sugar, okay, you are going to be one of the people that does not make the 144 cut. You will be one of the people that will not survive. Okay, I'm telling you right now, you'll be one of the people that will not survive. Why? Because Uranus and Taurus. Taurus is the physical body. It's also the foods that we eat and the foods that we value. If you value foods that cannot essentially combine and perform in the 7th dimension, we're not talking 5D no more. In the 7th dimension, your body will turn to slush. It'll just evaporate. Okay, it'll literally. You ever seen one of those Marvel shows where your body just dissipates? You just can't exist on that plane if your body isn't. And I honestly feel like this is a call towards more veganism on some real. Like, it is what it is. I bought a honey the other day, and immediately for the whole day my body was just like, why? Because first off, I've been eating real honey, like more higher quality honey for a while, where I just rather pay more money to get a quality honey, because the cheaper honeys are what? They're just sugar and water added into the real natural honey mix. So when I ate that, I kept thinking all day, it's like, what took me down? My energy was so perfect. What did it? What killed me? And it was the sugar out of that honey. I'm not gonna eat that honey anymore. Okay, why? Because that honey won't allow me to go ahead. My body is radically transforming. This is Uranus and Taurus right now. Radically and unconventionally preparing for ascension, okay? Preparing for the merge into the seventh dimension on this particular card that I'm pulling, right? Physically, certain elements can't survive. I'm gonna say stuff like, what are those things that they have like in cereals? You know what? My Airbnb has a, they gave me snacks on the way in that I'm really not gonna eat at all, but I have something here, okay? All right, let's just take this, and let's take this, okay? So, thankfully, this Airbnb came with a couple of things, right? So this is Taurus, because this is foods. All right, you already know from the box. First off, if it's boxed, you already know. This thing can just survive forever. It can survive forever. It doesn't go bad. What's up, self-centered? How you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna take a moment with these warnings, right? And this is in Spanish, so give me a moment. When you read a nutrition label, first things first, the ingredient that's first is the most predominant ingredient in the item, okay? They don't teach you this in school. When you read a nutrition label, the first item on the list of the item of food is the most predominant. So a lot of time you'll see foods like this and it'll say something like sugar, right? What's the first ingredient on the list? Azúcar. Yeah, literally, sugar. Sugar. Okay, let me see. Where is the rest of the ingredients? Wow, I literally only see sugar. That can't be the only ingredient. Sugar. Trans fat. Yep. I mean, apparently the whole thing is just sugar and trans fat. So these are the type of foods right now off the rip. If you're consuming stuff like this, especially on a regular base. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and say like every once in a while, you know, on some real talk, I brought a Milky Way yesterday. I haven't had a Milky Way in like since a child. I've just been craving chocolate, and I wanted real chocolate, but I didn't get it. So I took a Milky Way, but I wanted to eat it last night, and I didn't. Why? First off, my body was just like, no. Even though I brought it, no. And then, I knew if I would have ate it, that it was at nighttime. It was already like 7 at night. I would have had so much mucus in my body that I would have been stuffed in my nose, and now my sleep would have been completely disrupted, which means what? My dreams, and dreams being one of the things that connect us to alternate realities, showing us what versions of ourselves are and how their lives are living out in different dimensions, alternate realities. Those dreams would have been cloudy, foggy, messed up. I'm not going to be able to receive certain messages, right? So not only that, but I just would have woke up. I wouldn't have had the same energy that I'm having right now as I talk to you on this live. I would have been more like, all right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we have the moon in Taurus, and yeah, I think Uranus is in Taurus as well. So here's what this might mean. Give me a moment while I go take a nap. You feel me? It's like, and I mean, honestly, this is gonna all be exactly the same. There's gonna be nothing different on this label, but let's entertain it. Ingredients. Okay, so first one says maize. This is corn. Corn is the first ingredient and the most predominant ingredient in this item. Okay, I could take corn. Second most predominant ingredient, sugar. Sugar. The third most ingredient is salt. The fourth is iron. The fifth is vitamin D. Vitamin B1, vitamin B6. So all those vitamin D, B1, B6, B12, first off, those are added in. You feel me? So for starters, these are not coming from a natural source. This is cereal. Cereal does not, corn might have some of those. Corn might have some of those vitamins. But as I look at where's the sugar count? 39 grams of sugar. Are you kidding me? At max, this would be something like 7 grams, at max. So 39 grams, 39, we'll say 42, okay? 42 divided by 7, excuse me, that's 6 times the amount. If you want to take it to the nice aspect, we could say 5 times. Regardless, 5 times the amount of the sugar that at maximum it should even have, even with the 7 still being an artificial source. These are the things that are blocking your spiritual prowess. Are you feeling me? These are the things that are blocking your spiritual prowess. Corn has a lot of GMO these days. I know because I worked at a company that makes. Thank you, Self-Centered, for putting it up there. Because even with maize being the first one, I was like, I know maize is freaking, what is it? Corn. Sorry. Corn. I know corn is, and then maize was called, the Native Americans called it maize too, like maize or maize, the Native American Indians. I hate saying Native Americans. It pisses me off so much. But it's tough to say just Indians. So whatever. The natives of this land. Okay. All right. I'm going to get off that topic for one moment. I'm going to come back to... Where did my pink dragon go? Pink dragon. Where are you? Oh, right here. I'm going to come back to this. But first, let's check in with the chat. I see a couple people in here. I'm going to like you. Actually, I'd like this video. Hit the thumbs up. Let's see what you all saying. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I came here. I took my rest day. I came here to sit for a little bit. I came here to talk that talk. All right. Here we go. Thank you guys all for your votes. I see 11 votes. Life Path 11 right here. Shout out to all my Life Path 11s in the group. I think I saw Majin in here. I think he's a Life Path 11 as well. For more people feeling stable, this is really beautiful. Okay, let's check the chat. I officially made a Discord. Jesus. And with that said, I'm going to, I'm not going to really present it out there yet because I need to really create the systems and the structures within the Discord group itself. But the beauty is, what are we about to get ready to do? Excuse me, go off grid. Off grid communication. The stuff that, quite frankly, there's always something that I can't say on the internet. And I'm learning how to really moderate my Mercury in Aries, who really doesn't give up. Mercury Aries does not give up. In such a childlike way. But I'm learning how to play with the systems. Okay, I got this message like 2 years ago. It was like, you're gonna have to learn how to fit in the systems while not fitting in the systems. This is Saturn in Aquarius. How do you find your own unique way to deal with the government, to deal with certain institutions that might govern your freedom, to govern your rights, right? Saturn in Aquarius, when that conjunction happened back in 2020 in March, that was Saturn going ahead and saying rules, regulations, whoop, lockdown. That was Saturn that did that. Understand this. So through the years, as we get ready to work towards 2023, as we get ready to work towards Pluto going into where? Aquarius, aka Saturn energy, Capricorn blowing up. We're creating these off-grid systems and societies, okay, these secret societies now, all right? You know, it's to take less energy and take it away from, because again, this is 11th house. So Taurus right now is in the 11th house. The moon is in the 11th house. Venus is in the 11th house. Mercury is in the 11th house. All right now, 11th house is technology. Uranus is technology. It's science. It's about fusing the science of the body with spirituality. And these things are happening. So what am I doing? I'm using technology, something like Discord. It's going to be my next main move. Discord will be my next main move. I'll be putting some out there. I'm going to tell you right now what I'm already kind of thinking is something like the first 50 people in the Discord group for 222 subscribers. Thank you. I appreciate you on the love on that. I'm looking right now like the first like 50 people on some real that hop into Discord, and I didn't put it out yet. I got to structure the back end stuff. They're going to be the first 50 people who are going to be free. Somehow, some way, there's going to be like an entry fee for the people that come after that, because the amount of resources that I'm going to be putting in here, the type of stuff that I've collected that I've never been able to put or share anywhere, because they might have literally just sniped your boy like a long time ago. They might have just took me off the grid. And in all sincerity, people have tried, but you know what? You missed. And for those that you actually hit me, I ain't dead yet, mother. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what's happening. I'm definitely feeling it. I was triggered yesterday and I didn't go off. Well done. I was triggered yesterday too, and I can share that with you. All right. I just let it fuel me to continue to push me forward towards everything I've been manifesting. And my entire day smooth out after that. Dope. Thank you for your share, Kaisha. Fatima, I felt a soothing feeling starting in my heart that washed over my body. I felt a light smile on my face and heart at the same time. That's this dragon. This is a 7th dimensional dragon that's pulling up on us. And again, it tells us that the rose pink dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm digesting a lot of unconscious emotions today. A lot of unconscious emotions are being digested. So every time I burp, that's what's happening. I don't always have to know who it is. Sometimes it's me. Open your heart to a warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. All right. The pink rose dragon, I got the realization of strength, power, and beauty and being myself. Absolutely, Laura. Thank you. I appreciate you for sharing that. That was beautiful. Just pulled the well, stability. What's up, Samir? All right. Kindly elaborate on possible intelligence. Hey, what's up, Tiffany? How you doing, girl? Hey, Samir, I'm beautiful. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. I'm weird because it's weird because I'm typically healthy and crave healthy, but this week I've been craving unhealthy stuff. Yes, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because Taurus is food. So what's happening is like, with Uranus in Taurus and Venus now officially at 0 degrees of Taurus, it's really testing you to see what do you value. So like, check me, right? Like I said, I literally check me. It's been like, first off, the last time I bought a Milky Way might have been when I was a kid, when I couldn't afford to buy a Milky Way and my mom would have brought one for me, right? Like literally, this is Taurus and Venus. This is Taurus and the Moon. Is revealing the privacy of, well, where is your value system now that it has radically updated? You feel me? Now that it has radically updated. So because it's at 16 degrees, this is the family. So you have certain values that were derived and developed and conditioned when in your younger family dynamic. This is 4th house, okay? Not the base of the family, which is 2nd house. 4th house is like, now you already conditioned. So 16th degree is Cancer. Excuse me. So this is literally your family. So it's like, all right, what did I just tell you? Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. It says Mars. Do you see this? Do you see this? Milky Way, I am not advertising your product. It says Mars. So this is Mars in Aries right now. Saying, I swear to God, I brought this yesterday at like, I don't even know, like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, right? I've been craving chocolate. Me too. And everybody will. Why? Because on some real talk, your spirit guys, I'm not gonna kid you, your spirit guys love sweets and they love chocolate. Fairies, specifically fairies for sure. I know fairies for a fact, they love sweets. So there's a lot of my brujas, there's a lot of my magicians and sorcerers. Chocolate is one of the big cravings, but also just any sweet. So Mars in Aries is saying, did you impulsively pursue what you wanted? And did you treat what you wanted like a need? Literally. So this is the impulse. Mind you, Jupiter is in Aries as well. Whatever you feed, whatever impulses you feed will expand. If you feed your positive impulses, and let's say something like, okay, your positive impulse might be something like, okay, you're not having intercourse with somebody who is really a part of your system, your life. Okay, great. Did you use a condom? Or did you impulsively say, no, I'm going to go raw dog? Now, Jupiter in Aries, because Aries is like raw sex, right? Raw sexuality, instinctual sexuality, which may not think. This is Mars. It's saying, did you think before you act? And thank God we have a lot of extra Taurus energy in the sky that helps us to slow down these values, right? So it's the same thing with this bar yesterday. Did I think? I brought the bar. I bought this yesterday. I went to the movies. I watched Doctor Strange. Finally. But I paused. Thank God the Taurus energy helped me to realize, as much as I crave this, I don't want this. What I value for a form of chocolate will be 100% dark chocolate. I've already cultivated and understood this value. Now, the planet magic in the moment, let's say Venus in Taurus, Mars in Aries, more of the Taurus placements. the North Node, where we're going, where's the food that we're valuing. Right now, Conjunct Moon is revealing the privacy of like, look, where I'm going for what I value in my foods, it is not this. But Spirit will test you. And I got tested, right? I bought the bar. Look, Mars. I took action. Mars is assertion. I asserted myself and I bought the bar because I was craving chocolate. But I know my value system says, I don't want this chocolate. I don't want this chocolate. I really do not want the effects of what this chocolate will do to my body and my mind. I don't like how it blocks me. I don't like how it gives me mucus. I don't like how it makes my stomach hurt. I don't like anything about it except for this momentary bliss that is not long lasting at all. Are you feeling? It's not long lasting. And this is why these demons out here broke my damn shaker today. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and shake on. We're going to shake. We're going to shake anyways, baby. This is me and meat. Yo, me and meat too. So for me, part of this upgrade, because Uranus and Taurus is upgrading our physical body to go through this ascension and this evolution process, right? So what this says to me in the moment is what? Again, not only will not chocolate make it, but I've been eating raw foods. On some real talk, I've stopped cooking. Now, I stopped this for about 3 weeks now. I stopped cooking food and I love to cook. And I've been eating raw food where in my past days, I would have been like, ew, there's no way in the world I'm going to eat anything raw. That's disgusting. Because everything I've ever eaten raw was just disgusting. But me as my own cook, me as my own chef, I have the ability to cook, right? I have the ability to chef something up in the kitchen, which is now saying I don't need to rely on getting these raw foods from a restaurant who not going to use no flavor, no seasoning, no nothing. Like, yo, throw some black pepper on there at bare minimum. Can I get some pink salt? Can I get some cayenne pepper? Can I get some oregano? Right? Can I get some basil? Right? Raw foods don't have to be nasty. So what am I saying? My body, it triggered by overheating. When I started eating meat, every once in a while, I'm here in Mexico, it's like, yo, it's $1 to get a freaking picadillo taco or some beef tacos or some chicken. It's literally like 50 cents to $1. So it's like to $2. So it's like, it's too easily accessible, right? Where it's like, oh, why not? It's so freaking delicious. But instead, my body was doing what? It heated me up so much. It heated me up so much that I would crash. I would overheat. I couldn't keep my day going. My brain would just be so hot, it felt like it wanted to implode, and I get such a freaking migraine. And then my stomach will be so warm that it would just heat my body. Taurus won't allow me to digest meat anymore. And it literally heats up so much to try to break down this product that doesn't want to break down that it actually causes very negative side effects. And that side effect is I can't pursue and continue my career. I can't progress literally my hopes and my dreams, because right now Taurus is in 11th house. This is hopes and dreams. I can't progress and connect with the actual unique tribe that's trying to connect with me. Why? Because I'm trying to stay at this lower vibration, right? They literally call dog eaters in certain cultures. They call it dog eaters when you eat meat. Why? Or like, because it's something like dead. Like, it's like, if you're energetically eating a dead flesh, it's like, would you just take a bird off the side of the road and just cook it and eat it? No, it's dead. It's like, what killed it? You don't even know. Maybe herpes killed it. It's like you're digesting the herpes. You know, maybe cancer killed it. You're now energetically digesting the cancer, right? Where like, sure, you're not gonna get cancer, but you energetically digested such, right? So it's like you got the animals being tortured. You don't know where your product is coming from because you don't own your own farm. So it's kind of like, if you are gonna eat meat, it's like, do you have your own farm, right? Do you have your own cows that you know from birth to now you only fed it grass, which is all it needed in the first place. So now that cleaner meat will probably do it for you, which is why you do feel better when you buy in a store grass-fed organic meat. You do feel better than your regular whatever meat. But first off, they're charging you an arm and a leg for it, number one. Number two, it might be better and higher quality meat, but it's still ain't 100%, and you know that. Unless you're farming your own stuff, this is one of the causes of Uranus and Taurus and the Moon conjunct now. We're fully understanding how to start valuing food. It's crazy. Today, I didn't wake up thinking that I was going to talk so much about food on this. I didn't think I was going to talk so much about food today, but I knew I had a message because Archangel Uriel came and said, yo, there's disaster afoot. It said, go ahead and warn the people. All right, here we go. Here we go. And I'm going to get back to your comments because I feel like that's important on some real. All right, here we go. Rose Pink Dragon. I told you the first part. About this dragon, rose is the vibration of pure and beautiful, warm-hearted love. And these seventh dimensional dragons radiate this higher love. Our heart center has 33 facets. 33. 33. Angel number 33. Hello. Which ranges from green of unconditional love through pink to pure white. When we are ready to open the pure white transcendent petals, excuse me, unconscious emotion just digested. In the center of our glowing heart, the rose pink dragons help us to connect our heart with Venus. Today is literally 0 degrees Venus, baby. This is very sensual, slow-paced love who enjoys the pleasure of everything physically touching it in a sensual, charismatic, okay, and loving manner. Taurus loves love, even though it doesn't need love. It loves love. 0 degrees Venus is at right now. The cosmic heart. When we are in tune with cosmic love and oneness, okay? Because Taurus is partnership, right? Taurus wants a partner. The opposite is Scorpio, which is intimate partnership, okay? But the 2 gets us to the intimacy of the 8. These beautiful dragons are attracted to us as soon as our heart is ready. Is your heart ready? I want you to go ahead and confirm that in the chat. Type, my heart is ready. This doesn't have to be about love in a romantic sense. This might be unconditional universal love. If you're ready, type in the chat, my heart is ready. Okay. This could be the love of the new foods that you like to digest and eat, the new drinks, new beverages that you like to. My heart is ready. Is your heart ready for everything that basically Taurus is bringing? Sensuality. Is your heart ready for sensuality? Is your heart ready for money in the bank, baby? Are you ready? Is your heart aligned with actually getting paid by doing heart-driven work, heart-purposed and heart work based in purpose? Are you ready? Type ahead, my heart is ready. Confirm it. Affirm it, because I said earlier, Taurus, the throat chakra, we've already not spoken enough things out loud. And what happened? You got pressure. You have so much pressure and you about to pop. My heart is ready. Thank you, Fatima. Bang. Thank you for being a leader. These beautiful dragons are attracted to us as soon as our heart is ready. We may feel our heart center become warm when they are near us. People will then respond to the rose pink that is starting to shine in our energy fields. Great. Hey, I'm ready. Okay, look at that. Of course, both of y'all are, because these are the women coming to the retreat, and that's how I know you are ready. Ladies, let's do it. Let's go. My God, Mexico is so close, is it not? It's so close. Okay, yes, Kaisha, I see you, girl. Okay, here's the guidance of the pink dragon. That's why I like this deck, because it gives you an actual guidance moment. Receiving this card suggests that your higher heart is ready to connect with the cosmic heart. Now, we have a chakra here, right? We have one right here. And we have a higher octave here. There's a higher heart here. So there's one here and there's one here. You'll hear a lot about people speaking of the heart chakra, and it's the green one, but there's technically 9 chakra points, okay? You'll see 7 more classically, but there's 9 chakra points. Okay, here we go. Ask the rose pink dragon to touch your heart. Now I want to have you all feel free to close your eyes in this moment and envision what I'm about to say next, because this is the guidance of the card. So take one pause from the commenting and just actually take a moment to close your eyes. I'm going to slow my voice. I want to have you relax your jaw. Any tension in your teeth? Let it go. I'm going to give you the guidance of the rose dragon. Here we go. Ask the rose pink dragons to touch your heart center and sense it awakening and expanding. When the 4 central petals open, they sparkle with diamond light. They contain the higher facets of the love energy of the universe. Be aware of them lighting up so that all 33 facets, I want you to envision 33 facets of your heart, the center of it, becomes active. As you release the tension in your jaw and you take a soft, quiet breath, see or sense a shaft of pink rose light flowing from your heart right up to the cosmic heart. Which opens wide to you. So take that heart chakra that you recognize as green and understand that this is conditional love. Green is conditional love. We're going to move that energy, that pink light shaft of energy from the green space of conditional love to unconditional, universal, and cosmic love. So bring it up the heart as you take that breath. Use the breath to transport this rose light that is so bright that it looks like a diamond as it flows up your heart center to the cosmic heart. I want you to breathe soft. I want you to breathe slow. Breathe soft, warm, pink light into your aura. And then notice how you transcend your emotions as the rose pink dragons stay close to you and light you up. And at this moment, I would like for you to just open your eyes and see the dragon. And notice how those rose petals fly up and through it, all around it, encompassing it with a cosmic love. And mind you, this is more of a 7th-dimensional dragon. So it does not come with conditions. The love that you give to someone else, there should be no expectation. It should not be transactional. Oh, I did something for you, you do something for me. Because again, transactional forms of love will not make it through this ascension process. And right now with the moon in Taurus, okay, Venus in Taurus, everything is activating the North Node where we're all collectively going. You're either going to make it through 2022 or you will die. I am aggressive in this moment. It is what it is, but I'm here to give you a message. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm here to deliver a message directly that came to me from Archangel Uriel. You receive it, you receive it. You don't, you don't. That was the guidance. I hope that you actually took a moment to really practice that with me. Feel free to move your fingers, your toes to just bring yourself back into your body. And I'll take a moment to address your comments. All right, here we go. Excuse me. I thank you all for your votes and your thumbs ups if you're brand new on here. Okay, here we go. Where we at? Okay, we got a lot of unconscious things digesting right now. Craving chocolate, I see you. And for the chocolate, my best recommendation, honestly, just go get the 100% cacao. And then what I like to do is I take like arándanos, like what are those called in English? Craisins. Those craisins or raisins or dates or dátiles in Spanish. I take those fruits and I eat it with the dry bitterness of the 100% chocolate. So like, I'm not gonna eat this. In all sincerity, not only am I not gonna eat this, but because we're moving from the conditional loves, because we're moving into the more universal cosmic heart, here's what I'm actually going to do. This is officially not going in my body. And not only that, but I'm not going to go give it to someone on the street. Why? Because the same thing that I don't want to put into my body, why should I offer it to someone else to put into their body? And this is one of the reasons why bartending and serving was never going to work. I used to be a bartender, I used to be a server for 7, 8 years. And it was good for the chicken, right? It got me the money to get my company to get to the point where I can now full-time work with y'all on YouTube and stuff like that. Working odd jobs, but values are in question right now, where my values do not align up with giving somebody bourbon. I'm only going to drink tequila. It is the only stimulant in the alcoholic family, okay? I'm only going to drink tequila. And I might have my occasional wine, only because of the proven quote-unquote benefits of wine, okay? But with that said, it's like, one, I'm not going to drink the wine every day. Two, wine gives me mucus, so that's something I have to stay mindful for, right? It just gives me mucus. It's the simplicity of it. Like, I guess it's the sugar from the grapes. It gives me mucus because regular grapes don't do this. So I don't do it often. If I do drink, I do tequila. And if I'm gonna do that, I got some tequila in my freezer right now. It's like, I'm gonna drink a higher quality tequila because the lower quality is making me itch and break out. So you see what I'm saying? So like, I'm not going to actually, not only am I not gonna eat it, but I'm gonna give myself, and I want you to clap for yourself. Right now, I want you to actually take a moment to just clap. Why? Because you've made some very solid decisions. You've stuck true to your values, whether that was not dating that guy because you knew he was a prick, whether it was not eating that Milky Way because you knew it would make you sick, whether it's you buying a sound shaker because it aligns with your path and where you're going forward and it brings you a certain peace, be able to play the music. Well, thank you, Fatima. Go ahead and give yourself a clap. And this is important. Why? Because the first couple signs in the zodiac, Aries and Taurus, which are heavy in the sky, they have to cheerlead for themselves. In all sincerity, we have to get stable for ourselves before we get to interact with others, aka August and Leo season. When Leo season comes, that's when everything changes. If you did the work and you're doing all the work to individually secure yourself now with these systems, then your friends, your social connections, your extended connections will start to play well. And that's gonna be more like August. But from the beginning of the year until, not the beginning of the year, but until like, since like the spring equinox in April, we're all by ourselves right now, all right? We by ourselves. All the planets are transiting Aries, Taurus, Gemini. We ain't even really get too much Cancer in the sky yet. That's when we get that next level of evolution of our abilities. But it's starting at these ground levels. I did this with wine the other day. I ended up putting it back before I checked out. Yes! I hear you, yo. I hear you. I just talked about it where it's like, you know what? I'm not going to say I'm never going to drink a glass of wine again. But at the same time, I know that this is an extreme moderation for me. It's an extreme moderation. It's like my body does not like it. I always get mucus afterward. My immune system always breaks down afterwards. So it's like whatever health benefits are involved, for me, it's kind of a Pyrrhic victory. You feel me? It's kind of a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, I was pretty triggered. What triggered you, Majin? Let me try to see if I can catch up to that. This is meat and meat. Yep, I feel you on the meat joint. I didn't fall for it. I was going to go out late last night, but told myself that it was a waste to leave the house and drive to the gas station just for some chocolate. But it was putting a heavy craving. Absolutely. So take that moment instead. If anything, Amazon yourself some real 100% chocolate. And then eat that with, like I said, like raisins, craisins, yellow golden raisins, pecans, almonds. That's how I like to eat my 100% chocolate. And it's like, you know, I almost got away from that. But 100% cow, I'm down for it over 1 year sober. Hey, everybody in the chat, all 12 of you, I want to have you just give some party balloons and some celebration signals for Fatima, and go ahead and take a moment to celebrate her for 1 year, over 1 year, completely sober. Go ahead and just throw that love out for her. Help not only her, but everyone else that is in this group who's making decisions that are more aligned with their values, what they truly value. Hey, Samir and Fatima Bang. I drank wine last night and didn't even drink it as much because I'm a big lover of wine. It's the growth. Yep. Shout out for Kaisha. Throw those balloons, throw those celebration things out there for everybody celebrating something that they now have as for a radically evolved form of how they value their body. Go ahead and shout that out. Throw some how do I let me do that too, because I want to give y'all some love on that. All right, how do I live chat? Hey now. How do I type on this thing? I'm confused. Member and super chat messages. I don't even know how to do this on here. All right, that's weird. Okay, that was just weird. I don't know what to do on that. I don't know how to work my own technology. All right, let me get my celebration. Oh, found one. Bam, did it on the computer. Okay, here we go. Voila, voila. All right. How do I get rid of this now? I'm having a freaking ancient grandpa. Don't know what I'm doing on here. How do I get this thing back? Yo, my bad, guys. All right, here we go. I'm about to press refresh because that's going to be quicker than me figuring it out. Refresh. Oh, wow. I just saw my haircut on the joint. Yo, I cut my own hair, ladies and gentlemen. I went ahead and trimmed my joint down. I'm looking all right. All right. I'm digging it. And I have the skills to cut my own. You feel me? My heart been ready. Thank you, number 9. Are you a life path 9? I'm a big fan of number 9. So thank you. I thank you. I thank you for you going ahead and taking a moment to affirm that your heart is ready. Come on, retrograde. Yo, your time is almost up, yo. It's almost June 2nd. Retrograde is up June 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we're starting to feel more safe, more stable. Thank God for this Taurus energy in the sky. But not only that, we still in shadow to June 18th, okay? That's the first day of the retreat. Ladies, that's coming down to the retreat. Gang, 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 gang. Gang, 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 gang. Okay. I got to talk a little bit about sex today because all these energies in the sky are very sexually orientated on some real. Aries and Taurus, super duper freaks. Okay. Gotta get light in your body, your light body. You gotta lighten that light body. Absolutely, Jamie. Thank you. I used to intuitively tell myself that I would lose weight when it was time for me to ascend into my light body. I'm finally here. Well done. Well done. Thank you for that. My grandparents talk about how chicken back in the day was so much better than the chicken we got now. Absolutely. I remember a little bit of that. On some real talk. And I say that because I spend a lot of time traveling in different countries, right? So it's like I spend a lot of time traveling in different countries, so a lot of the meets that are happening, they're really still far behind. They're still eating natural. Right? There's less, right? All right. My heart is ready. Thank you. Bang. I am ready. Bang. Kaisha. Bang. Shout out to you, Lord. Bang. Glee. PB Angel. I see you. Bang. PB Angel. Actually, thank you. Shout out to you because I had a AstroTherapy session with somebody one-on-one the other day, and you had a comment, and my initials is Pernell Bobby, right? So it literally said, moment when I was doing a one-on-one AstroTherapy synthesis with somebody, and boom, 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 and then you commented, and it pulled up in the middle of my session. It said PB commented, and I was like, oh my God! It was like I have spoken. So thank you, sending good vibes and blessings. Thank you, PB. And you had the angel on here too, so it was like, wow. Because I was transmitting a message for somebody. How do Taurus and Uranus and Taurus Moon and Taurus relate to others while having Mercury in Taurus? Absolutely. So we're going to cover that. Actually, this whole video has been about that, but I'm going to get back to that as a subject too. Team, bang, 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 bang. Celebrations, bang, bang, bang. I've been ready, bang, bang, bang. Gang, 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 gang. Okay, so 11:11 on screen. Okay, everybody take a moment to consider your wish. All right, I'm gonna share minds. I want everybody to share your, if you feel comfortable, it's not a requirement. I'm gonna share minds because in all sincerity, like I said, towards the throat chakra, I'm going to confirm these things. I spent way too much time in my life keeping things private, keeping things to myself. I'm a Scorpio rising, right? 12th house Scorpio as well, and Pluto for me, right? Hella private, hella private. Everything about myself is private, right? So the more and more as I allow less and less to be so to myself, keeping all of the research and the gems that I've discovered in the dark to myself and start giving them out, because again, Scorpio is the last sign before we go into the collective. So it's the height of the interpersonal connections and relationships. So it's like, as long as I was keeping things from others, I was really not only keeping them out and keeping myself safe, sure, but I was keeping myself in and keeping myself in. Yeah, I was keeping myself isolated, where it almost didn't matter how much I learned. It almost didn't matter how much I've grew. It almost didn't matter because it's like, what is the world if you're the last man standing? You feel me? Like there's no one else to socialize with. So I kept myself in, which was like a safety mechanism, a defense mechanism. I kept everybody else out, which again was like, great, no one can hurt me. Yet and however, I was also unable to experience joy, love, true laughter, right? Because everybody's out. You can't get close enough. And I'm in. I can't get out, right? So point being, this is South Node and Scorpio, right? Taking these things out so that we can actually begin to communicate what are the gems we discovered in our darkest hours, rather than trying to pretend that only we ourselves, or for me and myself, only me myself have gone through such traumatic moments in my life. Only me myself have been negatively impacted by X, Y, and Z. Traveling the world has really helped me to really open my own personal perspective and mind and realize, like, you know what? There's a lot of things happening, and I was not the single person going through blah, blah, blah. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna write my wish that I wanted to do for my 11/11. I suggest you all do it as well. All right, here we go. 11/11. I wish to trust in building off-grid networks and communities. A new venture for the people, and trust by spirit when the time is right. This is me. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm doing my first teaching video today. Wish me luck, guys. Kaisha, I'm wishing you luck. More than luck, Kaisha. Send me an email when you're ready. When you're ready, Kaisha, to come live as a guest, to share and promote your course. Okay, I've seen your name very frequent within the community. When you're ready, I want to have you. I'm actually kind of look at this. Transmutation. My rocker broke, but I still have. I'm using a little one now. So Kaisha, I want to have you come on as a guest live when the time is right, and share your gift, share your course. I see you checking and tuning in for a lot. I see you making better and healthier decisions that you've just been proving as well in the comments today. So when the time comes, shoot me the email. Let's get connected via WhatsApp. I'm going to be making a Discord soon to make stuff like this super simple. And congratulations, really I'm proud of you. All right, so I dropped my wish down there, and for me, it was the wish to really trust and build off-grid networks and communities. For me, I'm looking at this as like Discord, right? For, as a new venture, something brand new for me. And just trust that, like, quite frankly, I'll get paid down the line, right? To be able to do it in a way that is obviously not just affordable for others, but also, sustainable for me as well, from an energetic level, from a financial standpoint, okay? And to be able to focus my energy in the right directions, and just also, I just want to really manifest the trust that it requires to step back out into another new venture, a complete new platform, right? Where like YouTube has been a big major focus, and I was like, what's gonna happen now that this is one of my long-term hopes and dreams? Like I said, Taurus is in 11th house, long-term hope and dream. So this is one of them, YouTube. But now, like, in a sense, that this has been accomplished. It's gonna keep growing on its own. It's less of a focus for me now. It's just like now I have more mental space. Understanding that this is just a resource that I have. It is already possessed, quote unquote, right? All the goals that I had on that was hit. Can I set new goals in the area of YouTube? Absolutely. But, part of the goal was always to use this platform in order to help expand others onto the next platform, something that is even more free, something that can have even more capabilities and possibilities, because I don't like to just speak to you. I like to speak with you. This is why I like to run those Eventbrite events, you know, at least once or twice a month, because now I have, you know, 19 of you all that can discuss and negotiate and converse with others. And so this for me is the bigger dream, where it's like Aquarius 11th house. All of us need to prepare for Pluto in Aquarius. We all need to prepare, excuse me, and do our due diligence with Saturn in Aquarius, requiring us to get serious about our communities, about our networks, about supporting our secret societies, about supporting our, you know, cosmic intelligence by networking and linking it with others. So, and that requires certain systems and structures. So don't hold back too much longer. My wish is that I will have the resources needed for the retreat, and you shall. Done. My wish, I work for God. My stability, my support, my protection comes from God, not money or anyone that doesn't follow God. Bang. If I rely on God, it is because we are a part of God's body. Absolutely. May this come true. Good luck. May everyone's wishes come true for the highest good. Yep. 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 This is beautiful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, is there anything that, thank you for your 17 votes. Is there anything, I see majority of people in here feeling stable, 24%, 53%. Okay, awesome. Thank you, self-centered. Yes, I wish everyone's wish come true. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. You know, absolutely. And if you did not want to take a moment to write this live publicly on the chat, I fully understand that. What I will say is, and always in range of a pen or a pencil, what I will say is go ahead, take your pen and your pencil, and if you didn't write it in the chat, go ahead and take a moment to do your due diligence. This is my final message for today. Do your due diligence with Mercury and Taurus. Mercury is writing, communication type energy. Taurus is very slow with the methodical plan, okay? Building from a stable ground. Your stable ground is built because you have a method that you look to follow within the feminine madness of the Taurus-like energy, okay? Destroy each and everything that is in your path. Create obstacles in your path to help you realign to get back on your genuine, true, authentic path. Because throat chakra is communication, but it's also truth, it's authenticity. You feel me? With the ways in which you express and communicate through language, which is not just written, not just oral, it's body language, right? This means something, right? All that chisme, they call it chisme, gossip. This means something. La, 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 la. This is the language. There's three different words or forms of expression through the language of body language, right? You feel me? Each one of those was a form of language. So understand that language is so much above and beyond. Right now, we're speaking the language of our 5 senses, which were really equated to 160 senses. So understand that Uranus and Taurus, a part of what it is Mercury retrograding back in Taurus. It's helping us understand that part of this radical adaptation of our physical body that is accelerating our ascension process is getting back in tune with the 160 senses that we have devolved from, and more likely than not to go above and beyond those 160. So like I said, this is no longer me smelling the food that I cooked here, but me being able to smell a stench from a complete different and alternate reality, a complete different and alternate timeline. That's not one of my 5 senses of I'm smelling what's physically in this world, but being able to smell the metaphysical, being able to touch things that are not here, being able to physically see with your eyes things that weren't here. This is the stuff that's really genuinely and truly happening. And now we're beginning to value what have our senses brought to the table. When you taste, you now taste the sugar, right? You're like, oh, I'm like, yeah. When you taste, you now taste the, I don't even know, what is the starch, you know, corn starch, high fructose corn syrup in your body. Taurus is like full rejection. So we're taking the time, Mercury in retrograde, to go back to April 26th. Remember, that was the date, April 26th, and say, Yeah, around this time, what was happening with me around food, around my money? Like, where was I having certain irrational fears? Okay, what do I need to do to plan before I go back forward in Mercury and Gemini, when my mind is now really accelerated on the thoughts and the ideas of what I have already started on stable ground? What can I do to make sure that my value system is really aligned with who I am now? I am Aries energy. You are now taking energy in action towards who you are. Assertion energy, raw primitive energy, caveman type joint on who I am. Venus is allowing you to value what you have as a part of who you are. And that's 0 degrees today. By the time it goes 2nd degrees in a couple of days, I don't know when exactly, in a couple of days, you're going to then feel the most raw form of Taurus at 2nd degree, Taurus. By the time you get from the 2nd degree to the 14th degree of Taurus, Venus and Taurus, you're going to value the next evolution. You're going to see those skills of yours that have been practiced. You're going to see the evolution of it. By the time it gets 26 degrees, you officially mastered it before it moves out of that sign into where? Venus and Gemini. And that's my Venus sign, baby. And we're going to get disgusting when it happens. Yeah. It's my Venus return. So Venus will be there. Look at that, on the 30th. So by the time, today is at 0 degrees, so it's a really, really super duper raw primitive energy. You're going to already, and what's today? What is today? Today's 28th. So today's the raw energy of Venus and Taurus. In 2 more days, you're going to have the next upgrade, okay, of your self-worth, your value. By 2 more days, I'm telling you, this is how fast. This is a childlike energy still, right? It's still 2 years old. Taurus is still like 2 to 6 years old. So how fast does a 2-year-old grow and evolve? That's your first upgrade already. From today, 0 degrees to 2 degrees in 2 days. That's how fast you're going to already upgrade each of your 5 senses. You're going to better understand how you value, what you value about the foods you eat and you put in your body. You're going to have a whole brand new understanding and set of values, and your mind is going to connect with the evolution of how you pursue your certain pleasures, your hedonistic pleasures, your comida. What's comida in English? Your food, the pleasures you get from food. You're going to already evolve. You're going to already transform, because the opposite energy of Taurus is Scorpio. So it has a transformation element to it. Even if it's slower, it's not that slow because it's still a young infantile type 2 to 6 year old baby child. The last thing I really feel like I want to say is that Uranus and Taurus is really bringing all of this stuff to such an accelerated an unconventional manner and ways in which we deal with our body. You feel me? The ways in which we value ourselves, the ways in which our self-esteem has upgraded, where we now say, I have the money that I need. I just have it. Even if it's not physically there, it's about feeling that you have it, but then you have to combine it. The faith requires action, because why? Aries is in Mars. Jupiter is in Mars. So the faith requires the action. You have to take action. Number 9, what's going on? Life path 8. My number 9 is the name from the 9 is the highest number. Bang. Rise. Number 9. We must take action. Faith requires action. Do not think that this ain't Pisces season. Pisces energy is gone. It's done and gone. Pisces could just wish that, I wish this come true, and then whoa, it just magically lands in your hand like, oh crap, I wished for it, it's here. This is not how Aries works, and it's not how Taurus works. Aries pushes forward and into the unknown, into the dark spaces, into brand new projects, into brand new facets and elements of itself. Okay, by transmuting its sexual energy, not busting and blowing that nut, but transmuting that nut by breathing Kegel 100 times a day. I want you to Kegel right now. You know how to Kegel, okay? You know how to Kegel. You know how to squeeze that thing. I know you know how to squeeze that thing. Gotta squeeze that thing. But understand right now, you're just transmuting and breathing that energy up your Kundalini spine. Bring that to your throat, and then bring it from your throat and be able to express it back down. Okay, it's a wave. It's like magnetic. It works in waves. So you have to keep moving, and you can't just move it up and think, if it reached Ascension. No, like, let it flow. Let it be able to communicate with all the chakras back and forth, which requires us to unlock our heart, which is why we're moving from these more conditional forms of love, which is green. The heart chakra we are familiar with has conditions to the higher octave, the higher cosmic heart chakra point, which is a little bit higher. Yeah, one was here, so the next one was here. That is unconditional universal love. That's one of the requirements that I see with this energy. Understand that Drell's Dragon said, prepare your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. Mercury in Taurus, you have to speak. You have to create. You have to draw. I would show you my magic board, but I'm not going to do it because I realized, like, you know what? I don't want people knowing about the magical things that I'm manifesting, because I had to really start to accept and embrace and let my Aries grow up and realize that not everybody's out here wishing good for me. And not everybody's out there wishing good for you either. But it also does not mean that you get caught on the BS narrative that everybody's wishing bad on you, that everybody wants you to die, that everybody's coming for you, because that's paranoia. So you have to check in with yourself, okay? Opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. Scorpio's paranoia. Taurus don't do that paranoia stuff. Taurus is stable. So operate in the stable energy, because Scorpio season will come, okay? November will come. So you deal with that paranoia then. But don't double up and give yourself the paranoia now, the suspicion now, on the things that you have and the self-worth that you claimed and you owned and you worked for. Don't play paranoia too early. Let that happen in November, because it's going to come. For now, work with the harmony and the peace that has been given to you. That looks like you making a plan. Your plan will help you feel more stable. You feel me? Your plan will help you feel like, yes, I am more than ready. My heart is more than ready. My heart is more than ready to embrace not only these fresh new actions that I take within my identity, Mars and Aries, but the full expansion of who I am, Jupiter in Aries. Taurus is where we physically start to manifest the resources, the money. This is the season. This is the energy. If you've been waiting for the money, that's the last thing I wanted to tell people. You've been waiting for the money to come up, and you know you've been doing right. You know you've been doing right by God. You know you've been doing right by yourself. You know you've been doing right by others. You know you've been living in an unconditional facet of those 30 facets of love that this rose pink dragon. You know you've been doing that. What I want to tell you at the last finish mention, you are guided right now. You are protected. You about to get the dough. You've been seeing those 88s, okay? You've been seeing that 8888, okay? You've been seeing that 8888, all right? You know it's coming. You'll be seeing those 22s. Okay, this is all money. This is other people's money. This is your money. Regardless, it's going to help you somehow, some way. Especially if you've been helping others. Make sure you learn right now in this message of Taurus to beware of greed, because the lower level octaves of Taurus energy is greed. It's like all mines, all mines. You get a little lick of it. That was crack. I need more. I need more. And be mindful when you become the disbalance, when you prioritize material things so much that you begin to become insecure and anxious because you can never have enough. That's the greed you have to watch for, one of the 7 deadly sins. Definitely hit this like and this thumbs up button. I'm going to actually go take the rest of my energy. I'm going to use this instead of exhausting it all on this. I'm going to go exhaust it on the paper. And I got some planning to do. All right? Stay tuned for what happens next, because there's some magic afoot. I'm going to check your comments. See what's up before I get the move. Receiving downloads guidance from my wish. Thank you. Bang. I appreciate you. Everybody else in the chat. Yeah. This is so beautiful. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Facts. If I rely on... Yeah. All right. I love you all. I thank you for joining this message. Today, it just conjunct. This is impact. Ooh. Impact, baby. You are being aligned with your destiny. That's a lot to process. Make sure you give yourself some isolation time to do so.